Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Time's Up Fantasy Sports Talk. I am your host, the one and only Waiver Wire Queen. On today's episode, I am going to break down the Colts Philly trade involving Carson Wentz. But before we get started, y'all hit that subscribe button and follow Waiver Wire Queen for more, because I'm going to get you guys right with your fantasy sports, to include fantasy football, which is my fave, and fantasy basketball. I used to get out there on the courts and do my thing, but my sister is retired now. But nonetheless, I'm gonna get you right with your fantasy sports, and I am going to keep you current with today's sports news, because how can you play fantasy sports when you have no clue what's going on in sports? All right, y'all. So let's dive right into today's episode. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles and Indianapolis Colts trade. Okay, so the trade was the prize in the trade, I guess, was Carson Wentz was traded to the Colts for a 2021 third and a conditional 2022 second, which can turn into a first. Okay, so we all know that Philly was out here in these football streets acting like they was going to get 2-3 first round picks for him. I guess they thought they was going to get the Matthew Stafford treatment, and no, everybody knew that, look, it's not going to happen. You need to go on back to the drawing board. So they finally made it happen. On one of my previous episodes, I had the Colts as one of the teams that Carson Wentz would be a good candidate to go to. So let's talk about Wentz stats for the 2020 season, and then I'll kind of let you guys know what I think. All right, so we all know that Wentz played 12 games, and he was ultimately benched in favor of Jalen Hurts. He pretty much did not play well, and most people saying allegedly he was not a great teammate. He wasn't supportive of Jalen Hurts, the young guy. So let's dive right into his stats for the 2020 season. Okay, so he played 12 games, as you know, 2,620 passing yards. He had 16 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, which is not good at all. He was sacked over 50 times, a total of 50 times sacked. That's too much. Just imagine if he played 16 games, how many times he would have been sacked. That 50 is just outrageous when you have some of the top tier quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers, and one of my top fives, Josh Allen, being sacked less than 30 times. To be sacked 50 times and you did not even play all games is bad. And his rating was 72, and his completion percentage was 57.44, which is not good rating. And the percentage just tells the story. But like I said, the sacks tell a story. So I will say this. Okay, Wentz had that MVP-like season. He got hurt. It hasn't been the same since. Nick Foles took Philly to a Super Bowl. That's the story. Now they're the worst team in the NFC East. They don't have the talent right now, and they didn't do any favors for Wentz. So if they thought he was their guy, you give him this contract. He's making over $30 million, and he's your guy. You want to surround him with an offensive line that is capable of protecting him, because you do not want your franchise quarterback getting killed, getting knocked around 50 times. That is ridiculous. So for his career, he was sacked over 179 times. And you got to think, this guy is he's 28. He's only been in the league for 5 years, and that is extremely high. Okay, very high for this season. When you figure 179 and it was 50 just for this one season, it's unacceptable. So let's look at the talent on Philly. Okay, so they didn't surround him with much talent. Miles Sanders was pretty much in and out of the lineup with injuries. Same with Ertz, hurt pretty much the entire season. Goddard was in and out of the lineup as well. Wide receivers, you need at least a number one, and they do not have a number one wide receiver. Jackson really didn't get it play much because injuries. And then you got Alshon Jeffries. it's time for them to move on from him. You know, to me, he's one of those players. If I'm looking at, I am looking at to save towards my cap and cut ties. It's time to let it go. You are in rebuild mode, and you need to let it go. So I would move on from him. They didn't get it right in the draft with wide receiver, because some of the wide receivers that were still on the board, they didn't take. And as you can see what those rookies did this season at wide receiver, they did the damn thing. You know, they killed it. So now, do I think Carson Wentz is a franchise quarterback? Right now, from what he's shown us the last few seasons, hell no. Waiver Wire Queen is saying hell no, hell no, hell no. He is not a franchise quarterback. Can he be a starting quarterback? Well, he's going to the Colts. Remember, he did play well with Frank as the coordinator, and he is the head coach of the Colts. And he played well when the Philadelphia Eagles surrounded him with talent. He had an MVP-like season. So what does the Colts present for Carson Wentz? If I'm Carson Wentz, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm good. I'm good, right? I don't know. You got to go in there with a different mindset and go there and be a leader. A quarterback is a leader. And then when you look at the talented roster, I'll say one thing. I doubt Carson Wentz gets sacked 50 times next season. I doubt it. The offensive line is amazing. Look what they did with Phillip Rivers. I wasn't high on Phillip Rivers going there. I did not think he would, play multiple seasons there. That obviously turned out to be true because he retired after his own lone season with the Colts. And they have the offensive line. I like what they have on defense. And then their offensive weapons are really good. You have Jonathan Taylor. Woo! That boy can run. He pretty much made it easy for the Colts in deciding whether they wanted to bring Marlon Mack back. They don't have to do that because you got your young leading running back. He's healthy. And he's cheap because Marlon Mack is obviously up for a contract. So I'm going to go with the young guy who's not injured and not coming back from injury. And he's not going to cost much. And he ran his ass off this season. He wasn't playing games. He got the opportunity, took it, and he's not looking back. Then you also got Nehemiah Hines. It's another running back. He is going to be your change of pace, third down back. Very solid. He did some really, really good things. Then you have Pittman, young wide receiver who I like. If you're doing a fantasy football dynasty league, it's a nice young weapon to have. I picked him up on the wire because someone dropped him prematurely. Oh, well, my game. Anyways, you have Trey Burton at tight end. You got Doyle at tight end, who I like. He's solid, especially when he's healthy. So that's good right there. And then you have Mo Alley Cox. He's a nice big target, maybe a red zone target for them if they want to, go that way. Then you have Haskell, and then you can decide on if you want to go and sign someone or bring T.Y. back. I say bring T.Y. back. I still think he has something left. And as the season went on this past year, him and Phillip Rivers developed somewhat of a rapport, and they were able to connect, and he produced a bit. I'm not really that high on him, but I think he's still capable of getting out there and getting the job done. So you have pieces on the Colts, which I think is going to make Wentz feel comfortable. And then you have a coach who knows you. He knows your game. He knows what you're capable of doing and what you're not capable of doing. And he's going to, use you. He's going to get out there and use your talents to produce wins. So he's going to play to your strengths, Carson Wentz. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a good opportunity for Wentz? Second chance? I do think this is a great second chance for Carson Wentz. Like I said, he's just a starting quarterback. He's not a franchise quarterback. Can he get back to playing MVP caliber football? I can't say for sure. I do think he's going to have a better season than what he has the last two seasons in Philly because there's way more talent on the Colts. And then they also have the offensive line to protect him. He's going to have time to survey the field and throw the ball and make better decisions. So I think we're going to get back to seeing the Carson Wentz when he was up for, he was being considered for MVP. Is he going to be the MVP? No, we got Mahomes. You got Mahomes, you got Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson and Josh Allen to compete with for that. And I don't think he'll surpass them. But can he be most improved? Comeback guy, comeback QB, or whatever they want to call it? I do think so. So I'm really interested in seeing how he produces this season in Indianapolis. If he does not play well this year with all of that talent and your coach, your guy, then it's lights out. It's got to move on from it. And hopefully if it doesn't work, that conditional second does not turn out to be a high first round pick, maybe a late first, which isn't so bad, then a high first round pick. I don't know. All I know is it's the best. It was the right choice for the Colts, and it was a good move for Wentz, a great business decision. And I'm sure his camp had something to do with that, just a little bit. And it was the right move. Now, on Philly side, like I said, I feel like they're the worst team in the NFC East. Jalen Hurts should be the starting quarterback. However, how far can he take that team when they are lacking talent? I really do like Miles Sanders. I do not feel like the offensive line is good enough. And then the offensive weapons are not good enough. Rumor is they're trying to move Ertz. Okay, cool. Dallas Goedert, I really like him. So maybe he can be their full-time starter. I think he's capable of being a full-time starter. He's really talented. But outside of Goedert and Miles Sanders, I'm not high on the Eagles offense. Rieger, he has to show me, because there were so many wide receivers in that draft that came out and showed us all that. Philly, you made a bad choice. But however, he was hurt. He was hurt at the beginning of the season. So let's see what happens. Let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance. New coach, new offense, fresh start for everyone who's on Philly. And they really need to bring some weapons in there. And just because Jalen Hurts, he's a quarterback who can get outside of the pocket and run, does not mean you ignore your offensive line, because he's not going to be your quarterback for long if you don't address that offensive line. I don't care if you have a mobile quarterback. You don't want your mobile quarterback running around out here on the field every play. I mean, every down. You don't want that. You cannot have that. All right, y'all. So I think Carson Wentz, again, is going to have a comeback season. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think this second chance for Carson Wentz is going to produce a competitive playoff team out of the Colts? And I mean, out of the first round of the playoffs, maybe second, maybe championship. I don't know. I think they'll be a playoff team. And I think it's going to be a really comeback solid season for Wentz. So what do y'all think? Do you think this is a great opportunity for Carson Wentz? Do you think this was a good move for the Colts? And do you think Carson Wentz is going to play like the MVP candidate Carson Wentz? All right, y'all. That's all for this episode. Hit that subscribe button and follow me for more on sports. And also turn on your notifications so you know you're current and you're keeping up with my latest videos and all the latest news in sports. All right, y'all. Hit me up on Facebook and IG at Dream Elite Strive for Excellence, and that is excellence with an X, like the BX. Y'all know what it is. And also hit me up on Facebook and IG at Waiver Wire Queen. Y'all have a great weekend. Peace.